We know what players want. They want to game on their own terms.
This was a #1 request from our fans. We're working in close partnership with Asus on a brand new handheld
called the Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X.
The best game library on the go basically changes everything.
It feels like we're finally hitting an inflection point now where I'm able to take the game that I'm playing on my beefy home PC gaming rig and take it with me on a portable device.
The big question a lot of players have is how are PC games going to play on a handheld form factor? The games are largely going to play like they do on PC.
The Xbox Ally targets 720p, while the Xbox Ally X targets 1080p. Most titles will perform between 30 frames per second and 60 frames per second, but certain games have the potential to hit up to 120 frames per second. As frame rates rise and fall, variable refresh rate, or VRR, will deliver a consistent and fluid visual experience. Players can further fine-tune a variety of device settings in the command center, from optimizing battery life to remapping buttons.
I don't need
The Asus Armory Crate has 3 distinctive settings that are really great. There's the silent mode, for these dark gaming sessions you will have. There is a performance mode, so your battery life is optimized. And of course, for the top performance factor, you would use turbo mode.
We're going to be doing Gears of War Reloaded.
Handheld, it's less about stripping games down and more about ensuring playing the game on a handheld is as easy and effortless as possible. Games that run at 30 frames per second or above will get a should perform well on this device tag. Games that hit 60 frames per second or above will carry a should perform great on this device tag. Games that haven't been tested yet will have a performance check not available yet label. As more games are tested, updated, and optimized for handheld, these labels will evolve over time.
This is about giving players a device with no obstacles to fun. So one example is making sure that it's going to work seamlessly with a controller. Are all menus and prompts working as intended? And are those UI elements properly sized for the smaller screen? Another example of an essential compatibility feature is having a gamepad keyboard. If a game passes all these checks, they're considered handheld optimized and will be labeled as such. On the Xbox home screen, you'll find a new handheld optimized channel that will curate these titles for players.
We test on the Ally all the time as we're building Roblox. For a player, that means more immersion, better graphics, smoother animation. You get to play games the way they were built.
If you're playing Doom the Dark Ages on the PC or the console, you expect an ultra-responsive, fast action FPS experience.
On your Xbox Ally, Doom the Dark Ages will be every bit as fast and responsive as you'd expect.
One of the awesome things about PC is that there are so many places to get your games.
We think about having this unified game library and how it can bring your entire game collection together.
Any recently downloaded and played games from other PC game stores, from Battle.net, the Epic Game Store, Ubisoft, Steam, GOG, or EA,
that right there,
the Xbox app automatically finds them and will show them in your game library.
That right there
on the Xbox home screen
is awesome.
Under most recently played.
My most recently used game should be something that sticks with me everywhere I go, creating a unified user experience.
Being able to play any of your games, regardless of where you own them.
If it's a PC native game,
that's dope.
You're going to be able to play it right there. If it's a console only
game,
you're
handheld
going to be able to stream it from the cloud. If you're down in your basement and you want to stream direct from your console that you've got upstairs, you're going to
that's the difference right there, really. Instead of only having access to your Steam games, this has access to all your games
that I want to play.
Not just Xbox
This is going to be awesome. Now
it also has
access
access
to a device that could go with you everywhere.
Epic Games, your GOG games, your Steam library. This is going to give you access to everything on
Hey there,
one
everyone.
Device.
I'm Henry,
That's
and today I'm joined by Dom and Brianna from Xbox and Gabe from our friends at Asus, who are going to tell us a whole lot more about the ROG Xbox Ally.
I still don't need it because I don't leave my office.
Which are the very first handhelds giving Xbox fans the freedom to play anywhere. Thank you so much for being here, and welcome to Cologne, guys. How you doing?
Thank you for having us. It's been busy getting everything ready, but we're super excited to be here.
Well, I gotta say, it's incredibly distracting having the Ally X in front of me. I want to just grab it and have a go, but why don't you tell us, why is Xbox making a handheld right now?
Handheld gaming felt like a really natural next step for Xbox. Being able to break out of the living room and play anywhere is so central to our vision of putting players at the center, wherever and however you want to play. And we saw this wave of innovation happening in the handheld space from brands like
basically
Asus,
is
and we knew
Xbox
that we could fuel that
saying
with so much more energy
console
from
wars?
Xbox. So when we
That's
started
so
talking to Asus, it became apparent like how much more we could do together We share the same obsession with our players and our devices and gaming in general. And we just realized that by building a device together, we could do something much more special and much more quickly than either of us could do alone. And so that's what brought us to the Xbox Ally. The Xbox Ally really brings together that power of Xbox with the full freedom of Windows. That means that you can play your PC games natively from across storefronts. You can play your
across
Xbox
storefronts is big,
and you can stream your
That's
console
a
games
huge
as well.
thing.
And really, this is just the beginning. Like we have such a huge roadmap of improvements
that literally
we're
says
continue building, continue delivering for our players.
That's
always listening
in
to
my
feedback,
mind, that's the selling
I'm really
point
excited
right
for this first step.
Because there's all these
As a
different
device, it's
handhelds,
got a
right?
really
But
quite unique
having this
look
be
about
tied
it.
into
Gabe,
your
can you tell us a bit
Xbox and
about
have
the
an app that
hardware
allows you to
design of
access
the
your
Ally?
GOG games,
Absolutely. The
your
design
Steam
of the
games,
ROG
like all that
Xbox
stuff.
Ally features natural ergonomics, comfort, and user familiarity. These solid contoured grips, familiar with that Xbox controller we all know.
But I don't.
And so design starts with your hands, right? We think about our opposable thumbs and the really nimble fingertips that we have. These are the tools that we use Right, to pick things up and definitely to play. And so when you think about the devices as they are in their current generation, it really rests into your palm, and you're using your palm to pick up these devices. And I say it's kind of like a tray-like feel. With the ROG Xbox Ally series devices, it rests into your fingers and then into your
That's the
palms,
interesting
and then
thing, Joe,
allows you to
California,
curve
because
over,
with
giving
what
you
they're
the
doing
freedom
right here,
to use that to play.
this
On
is
our
furthering
wonderful new
the idea that the
ABXY
next
keys, with the
Xbox
tactile
console
full and color coloring of the new
will
Xbox
actually be
controllers.
this, but in a console format.
It's
so
not
you'll
as
be
simple,
able to
though,
play
as
all
just
your
taking
Steam
a controller
games,
and splitting it in
all your
half
GOG
and
games,
putting a panel inside.
all your Epic
really,
Store games,
that would cause
all
you to flare
on
out.
your
So there's a
Xbox
subtle detail
console.
of how you kind of want to have you
So,
play and be natural. And those
I don't even
contoured
think
feels
Valve,
and this natural feeling really
even if they
helps with
made a
the
console,
overall weight
it would be
distribution. And that
behind
means
the
comfort
Xbox
when you play
console
long
because it's only
on
going
these
to
devices.
access
And
Steam
so
games,
with
whereas
the
the Xbox
Ally
console is going to
series, you're going
access
to be able to play
games
longer
across
and
multi
play
storefronts.
comfortably.
That's
And then,
way superior
with
in
the
terms
ROG
of
Xbox
giving
Ally X,
gamers
you
the
then
power
have
to
access
play
to the impulse
anything they
triggers.
want
So then you're able to
in
feel
one place
everything and be part
instead
of
of locking
the game
them into
and
a single
immersive inside
ecosystem. It lets
in
them
terms
play
of
across
all the
multiple
things that you would be
ecosystems.
familiar with
So
on
Valve
your
would
Xbox
have to make
controller
a
today.
console that allows them
And
to do the
so
same, and
you get all
PlayStation
those
is going to have to catch
game-centric
up as
cues
well.
coming through on your device.
Because I love
It's
my
so,
PlayStation and my
fully
PS
fledged
Plus
and very well
subscription,
optimized
but
for gaming.
I probably
which is
only
why I need
play
to ask, how is the
4
Windows experience
or 5
optimized for
PS
gaming,
games
which is
every year,
primarily
and I
what we
play
want to do with
50
Ally.
to 60
Yeah,
Xbox
absolutely. I mean,
games
this has
every
been
year.
a huge collaboration
Maybe
between
4 or 5
Asus,
Steam games
Xbox,
every
and
year.
Windows.
And if they give
so
me
we
the
really
option to
thought
play my
about
Steam
what
games
makes
on
playing
my
on
Xbox
Xbox so
console,
unique, and how can we bring those
why would I
elements
ever,
together with what makes Windows 11
you know,
so great for PC gaming.
there's
And
no
that
need to go
really led
anywhere
to,
else.
from my perspective,
So
three
this handheld
big
being able to
features.
access
The
all your
first one is the
storefronts
Xbox
is
full
pretty
screen
dope.
experience. The Xbox full screen experience is extremely tailored for the handheld device, for controller navigation, and right from the moment you turn on the Xbox Ally or the Xbox Ally X, you launch directly into this Xbox full screen experience. But what's even more interesting about what's happening here is not just the experience itself, but what's not happening. So we've collaborated really deeply with Windows to defer a bunch of processes that aren't required for gaming. So that means your desktop, the taskbar, all of these things aren't loaded when you boot into the full screen experience, giving all that memory back to your games. The second feature is the aggregated library. So because this is Windows, we know that our players have catalogs of games that span across different storefronts. We want to bring your full library together in one place in the aggregated library so you can see all of your installed games from different storefronts. This makes it super easy to launch your games, kind of stay in that Xbox full screen experience for more of your experience, and just really experience the full value of the device. The third feature that we really invested deeply in is the Play Anywhere feature. So Xbox Play Anywhere is
yeah,
program
Joe,
for a
like
long
the whole
time,
idea
but
is
we've really
like
been investing in it
you're no
so
longer going
deeply,
to
and
need to
there's now
spend
over
$3,000
1,000
on a
games that
gaming
support
PC.
Xbox
You'll be
Play
able to
Anywhere.
have a
For your
handheld
Xbox Play Anywhere
to access
games, you can
all
bring
of your
progress,
games across
saves,
all
your
of your
achievements
storefronts,
from
or
your Xbox console
when they,
or your Windows
because you
PC
know this is
to your
the
Xbox
tech that's
Ally,
going to drive the
again,
next
making
Xbox
that
console,
really
right?
so seamless.
So
And
we
again,
have the Series
we have a
X, which
huge
is
roadmap
now
of
whatever's
improvements
coming
working
down the
together
pipeline is
and
going
with
to
the
be
Windows team.
this
So it's
in
really
a console
exciting, and I think there's
format.
going to be so much more to share. And we're
Probably
always
be
listening to
$800
feedback,
in that
but
price
these
point,
three
and
features
it's going
to
to
me,
allow
like, are what
players
make
to
the
have
Xbox
access
Ally
to
so
a
special.
massive gaming
So
library
ergonomics, they're locked
for
in.
way
You've also
less than
got just a lightweight
$3,000 for a
Windows,
gaming
primed
PC.
and ready for gaming. Gabe, tell us a bit about the horsepower behind it and the
pretty
partnership
awesome.
you've got with AMD to really make games shine.
Absolutely. We're really pushing the boundaries of silicon with this device. Efficiency is the Xbox Ally superpower. power. These class of processors are tuned specifically for handhelds. I'm super excited to talk about what's in the Xbox Ally X. It hosts the Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme. we've taken the best performing processor on the market and added NPU. That means you're ready for new frontiers in local AI gaming while having the best efficiency possible on these new amazing generational changes with the Z2 Extreme. For the normal Xbox Ally, we have the Z2A, the first time a handheld processor of this type has been productized for Windows. So that means amazing performance from 15 to 20 watts. Again, efficiency is the superpower. And so for that part, I would say we also can include AMD's Fluid Motion frames. AMD's Fluid Motion frames bring smoothness and additional frames to allow you to enjoy that wonderful gameplay that's available for thousands of games and only on Windows. Lastly, I would say we're going to bring the power of AI to our devices. So for both the Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X, you'll be able to have Copilot for Gaming, a game guide you can call from the Xbox menu that assists you while you play.
It's all super exciting. Brianna, I don't think we should keep anyone waiting any longer. Why don't we take a look at how the Xbox Ally X works? And I think we should get a camera in here as well so that people at home can definitely take a look. But show me how you turn on one of these things.
Yeah, so one thing that's great is there's a fingerprint reader on the power button. But as Don mentioned, we made a lot of improvements in Windows to help add gamepad navigation across the device. So I can press A to dismiss the lock screen, and I can navigate all elements that I would expect to with a gamepad. One of the features I really love is that we've added gamepad indicators to the pin pad. So if you're familiar with them on console, you'll be able to enter your pin or have your own kind of combination that you would have to put in your password quickly. You can also use directional navigation, and we really want to give the flexibility to the players of how they want to get into their gaming session.
Cool.
So
I'm not going to peek at your pin, don't worry.
No one's going to look like what the pin is.
Device. I'll get my own later, don't worry.
Yeah. So I'm going to quickly put in a pin for this device, and you'll boot right into the Xbox app.
Cool. And what's the first thing we're kind of seeing here?
Yeah, this is that Xbox full screen experience.
I can't wait to play Gears of War Reloaded.
So it boots directly into this experience. It's really tailored for gamepad navigation, for the handheld screen. And again, it doesn't even load those processes that aren't required for gaming. In some of our initial estimates, this shows an estimated 2 gigabytes of savings in memory, which can all go back to your games, which means faster startup times and less idle power draw.
I did not see them talk about the Call of Duty Black Ops
cool.
release
I've got to say,
I need to pay
big
attention to that.
compliments on the library that I can already see. Why don't you run us through a bit of this experience as well?
One of the buttons that we've added on this device is a library button, so you can push that and it'll take you right to your library. Dom mentioned about the aggregated library. You'll see these new indicators across the thing.
November
so, hey, these
2025.
Are my games
Oh, perfect. Well, I don't have anything
these are the
scheduled
ones
for November
installed
yet.
from
So
other
Black Ops 7 will be
storefronts.
playing that in
And
November.
we really want to make sure that when people
November
play a game in
14th.
the library, they know what save they're doing it. You might be like me and you own the same game across multiple storefronts. Your save files are so important.
Yeah, I'm very guilty of that.
Yeah, and so you want to make sure that when you launch your game, you know where it's coming from, and you're able to kind of get that jump back in where you expect.
Amazing. Can you launch up a game for us? I'm going to let you choose.
Yeah, so let's launch up Gears of War.
Good pick.
You can see that the bootloader that we have launches full screen. That really takes you to kind of that immersive experience, so you're not seeing those desktop elements that Dom mentioned previously.
Very cool. Because there's something I use at home on my desktop, which is Game Bar. I use it to access my screenshots. I use it to access all of my friends lists, party chat.
Yeah.
Can we have a little look at that? How does that operate on the Ally?
Yeah, so one of the main differences between the original Ally and the Xbox Ally is now there's an Xbox button on the device. And so by pressing it, you quickly bring up Game Bar. And this is the optimized view that we shipped last year called Compact Mode. That takes that same widget model that we have before that's completely extensible, but it puts it in a more streamlined, optimized form for these handheld devices. So it lets you quickly get access to device settings, and most importantly, Command Center.
Nice.
So instead of having multiple overlays that you're juggling, it's all in one overlay, and it's all in Game Bar, and so you can get access to some of those awesome AMD features as well as the Asus features that you've been known for before, to be able to navigate those and adjust those kind of performance settings on the fly.
As a person who is already a multi-device user, it does instantly feel quite familiar as well. Like across my console or my PC, I'm kind of getting this very fluid and connected system. It's really nice.
Yeah.
So we could jump back into Gears of War, but we know this is a fully fledged Windows device.
Yes.
What else can you do with it? Are there other apps that you can use?
Yeah, so one of my favorite features is we've added a new custom task switching view. So by long pressing on the Xbox button, you'll get this new experience where you can quickly bumper between existing applications, as well as go to the Windows desktop if you need to kind of tweak something that you can't do easily. And it really kind of makes it feel fast and fluid. And so if you're using Discord or getting a little hint and edge, you can quickly bumper between them and then go back to your game really smoothly.
So snappy. I absolutely love it. Dom, is there anything else you'd like to add as well to what we're seeing here?
Yeah, I mean, this is really our Xbox experience reimagined for handheld gaming. Builds in collaboration with Asus, Windows, Xbox, and allows you to have that full immersion and effortless play. But really, games are at the heart of what makes a great Xbox experience, and that's why we're developing a new program called the Handheld Compatibility Program. And this will help you really easily understand what games play well on your device across things like text size, controller navigation. And so we're really excited to announce this program and work very closely with our developer partners on it as well to help you have the best possible gaming experience on your Xbox Ally.
That's so awesome. So all of that, and I hear that you've also brought a little video for us to check out. Should we just load that up now?
Let's do it.
I'm definitely intrigued. I'm gonna have to talk to my brother about this because I don't think they've picked up a Switch 2 yet. For him and his, because he uses his handheld a lot when he's out in the field working on lunch breaks and stuff. This might be great for him.
Let's do this.
So, now that you've seen what the Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X can do, I bet you want to know when you can get your own one, huh? Well, Brianna, if I ask really nicely, is there anything you can tell us on that front?
Yeah, I'm excited to share that the Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X will be available worldwide October 16th.
Nice.
Oh, that's so soon.
That's really soon,
Well,
yeah.
you heard it here first. The Xbox Ally comes out on October 16th. Thank you for that, Brianna, and to all of our guests here as well for stopping by today. But coming up next, stick around for the latest on Rogue, Prince of Persia, and so much more.